Okay, let's say this. Before I go, to the store, is it 8:53 or is it 9? That's 9:53. Good. And I'm gonna smoke a cig. Also, before I go to the store, I'm gonna be gone for like an hour. Actually, I'm probably be gone for more than an hour because I'm gonna check my mail too. So I gotta do like other stuff in town. So I'm gonna be walking around. I'm gonna be heating up El Bad. But I just watched a thing on the military show about some stuff like Sweden's given Ukraine yet more weapons. And for when did that whole Ukraine, come on, you fucking thing. Ukraine, Russia, war, start date. It was 2022. Okay. So this war, because there was another war, this war started in 2022. I didn't remember if it started in 2020 or 2022. Apparently it started in 2022. So it's been going on for 3-4 years now. So yeah, while it's kind of impressive that Ukraine has pretty much held Russia to a standstill for that time, and they haven't done it alone. In one sense, they've done it alone, but they've, done it alone, but with like all the weapons from, not all the weapons, but with a combination of homemade weapons and weapons and supplies from other countries. But it's not like Russia didn't have supplies from other countries too. So, you know, while that is impressive, considering the force disparity, that is impressive. That's not what we need. That may be what some of the leaders of the world want. Probably not Zelensky, and probably not Putin, and probably not the Ukrainian people, and probably not the Russian people, and probably not the people of the entire world. But like I said, a long sustained conflict might be what some of the leaders of Europe and China and some corporate leaders may actually want. A nice sustained proxy war. That's pretty big. Like Ukrainian war, like what Israel is doing. A nice, long, sustained proxy war to generate arms manufacturing and usage could be very profitable. all that being said, what's this may be a bad way to phrase it, but what's good for the world is to kind of quickly crush Putin, and that should have happened a while ago. It probably could have happened a while ago. Um, I think there were justifiable fears in um, providing the equipment, maybe, and the manpower to make it happen. Because at the beginning, Putin was all on the whole, well, if you do this, I'll use nukes garbage. Maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't have. I mean, Putin is not a fool. He had to have known. The second he fires one nuke, it's done. You know, he fires one, you know, it's fucking over. There's scarcely going to be a rat living in Russian territory. Um, so Putin has to know that. I mean, but on the other side, we got to know Putin kind of just doesn't care about any of the Russian people. Most Russian leaders, dictators, kind of don't give a crap about any of the people that they lead. It's all about them. At least from any kind of historical, like documentary. I don't, because I don't read books. Any kind of historical film or anything that I've ever heard, it's like they don't seem like they give a crap about any of their troops, any of their subjects. It's just like, go fight for me and Mother Russia, which basically means them. Maybe they're close friends, but it's pretty much them. It's like you're kind of dealing with a friggin' lunatic. Whether it's just a show or actuality, I don't know. But so it always seemed like it was a dangerous kind of game you were playing with him. All that being said, I think you would have had to take, if you were, I guess at that time it was Biden. If you were Biden and all the other leaders, I think the smartest thing to do would have been to, especially if you were Biden, because at that time you were trying to bring the country out of a recession, prevent a recession. I said this before, maybe not on a YouTube channel, but I said this before. Maybe the best thing to do would have been to kind of throw everything to the Ukrainians. Just give them whatever they need, anything and everything they wanted. Once they set up a decent line, just give them fucking everything they wanted. set up some arms manufacturing here in the safety of the U.S. Drones and stuff, artillery, shell manufacturing and stuff, and be like, we got your back. Send destroyer aircraft carriers, subs to all the waterways to prevent Russian garbage from getting in the way, and just let the Ukrainians go for it before the Russians could even do that whole digging of the trenches and fortifying and shit. Because for a while, they let them dig all those trenches, and now they probably have those trenches still. Now it's this big old clusterfuck. I don't know. I still say, oorah. If there's a place to deploy our Marines, and if they're willing to go, we could ask them. Just kind of. This might be a situation where maybe we ask them, are you willing? Are you really willing? We're going to wait for summertime because we don't want to do the Hitler mistake. But if you are, be the backup for Ukrainians, because Ukrainians know the terrain and everything. Do not fucking be like, we're the Americans. We know what the fuck to do about everything. No, fucking Ukrainians know what they're fucking doing. Be the supplemental force. Embed with the Ukrainians. Be the supplemental force. Don't go in there thinking, oh, I'm American and I know everything about everything. No. Ukrainians lead, we'll follow. Be smart about this shit. Because we don't need all of our guys dying unnecessarily. We're not Russians. And maybe all this is just bad shit coming from a guy who's never fought in a war, because I've never fought in fucking anything. But, and by the way, if I were in a leadership position, I would completely ask for advice from every general in the leadership positions and be like, what do you suggest? Not go around firing all the fucking DEI hires. You're like, there's a reason you got promoted. You didn't get promoted because you were DEI. You got promoted because you proved yourself to be having the skills and the experience. Oh, the skills and experience. Oh, by the way, notice the towel's missing. Yeah, I called Sudsy Duds. They're the people do the laundry around here, so they're gonna come tomorrow and pick up my laundry, do it, and then bring it back because I am not fucking carrying my laundry a mile and trying to find a way to get quarters to do laundry and then carrying it all the way back. No, and it only cost me $10. Well, it's like $12. So fuck that. They come pick it up, do it, and deliver it. So, you know, I'll pay for that service. That's a good service. So yeah, that's my, I would say 2 cents, but it's worth even less than 2 cents on that. The Ukraine thing, not the laundry. I gotta go and get something to eat because I gotta get something better to eat than I've had to eat the last couple of days. It's just gotta be something better. Because even though I'm fat and I got plenty of fat to last a while still, I need something more substantive today. All right, people. Try not to hold me in too much contempt for being ignorant and offering input on the war. Because remember, you know, Trump does it and he actually dodged going to war multiple times. I didn't even have the opportunity to dodge going to war. I'm sure Trump could have gotten a job as a quartermaster or something if he would have, you know, they would have given him that job. You know. Anyways, tax rich and you kept rich and boobs.